what marketing efforts have you been putting?
The main thing the main asset I created during this 2 years journey was a YouTube channel that talks about Intellifox and about selling on Amazon. And that's where I invested most of my energy and money as well, because I had someone working for me as a marketing assistant. And yeah, this channel is the main way for people to fall on my app, because they will find some issue they have with the Amazon Seller Central, and then I will provide them a video or solution, and then they will learn about Intellifox. Oh, what is Intellifox? Oh, it can help me. So that has been very successful, but it's hard because I've started it in French, in my French market. And now I want to move away from this. I want to move in the international market because it's 99% of my potential customers. So this is my challenge. How right now I've got two challenges. How do I find new affiliate partners, and what efforts do I take now in the international market in English mainly, and how can I conquer the world?
So I see that you mentioning that your YouTube channel is driving this significant part of this new revenue over the past 1 year, right? So let's deep dive into it, right? So let's get some metrics. For example, how many subscribers do you have on your YouTube channel?
1,400 right now.
1,400. And on an average, for every video that you start posting, how many average views do you get?
Between 300 and 500. That depends on
300 and 500.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And did you ever try to sort of attribute that growth to this? For example, for every video that you post, right? So do you see how much of your top of the funnel is basically getting increased? Is it an easy answer?
No, it's not an easy answer because I'm not a big number guy. Yeah. I just do the best I can in everything, and I hope for the best in the end.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So that's great. So let's talk about the process. How many videos do you post, for example, say a week?
The thing is, I just changed strategy. So I've got 1 year of learning, trying a specific way of doing things. And right now I'm changing, I'm pivoting because as I said, I want to go somewhere else now. What I've been doing for the last year is working with a marketing assistant. He was helping me create 1 videos per week. So it was the rhythm. We wanted to have one video per week. Most of them were like really constructed videos, with a script and everything. We want to tell a story and we want to provide value in the most efficient way. And the other one was more of a live webinar. And in the live webinars, it was also interesting. It's a good way to interact with your community. And live, we had between like 20 or 50 people live on the webinars. And there are also people that come afterwards and watch the webinar offline, not offline, but afterwards. And that amounts to 300 or 500 or even 1,000 views for the best webinars we did. So but that's so much effort, to create so much work. Even with someone else working for you, it's really, really hard.
Yeah. So my follow-up question to this would be like, where do you get the topics to talk about this? Because you're trying to come up with new webinar or a video every week, right? And there are obviously a limited number of topics, right? So how do you think about them, right? What's the strategy there?
Yeah, no, that's the thing where I don't agree with you. There is not a limited amount of topics. There are unlimited amounts of topics. As soon as you start digging in a niche, you talk to your customers, you understand what are their struggles and what they're going through every day. There are endless ways to help them because they have endless problems. Because it's so large, you can do anything. You have it's unlimited. Everything is in the details. Like how do you optimize your images? What should you put on your first image? What's the best way to convert? Yeah, how do you create variations on Amazon? How do you do X and Y? And it's endless.
Right. Makes sense. And so following up on that, so do you actually invest anything in growing that YouTube channel? So you have this channel, you're posting content regularly. Is it just that people are searching for those terms and coming to your video, or are you putting any manual efforts to grow the channel as?
Yeah, you summed up my strategy is just putting out content out there and hoping for the algorithm to work for me. It has worked a little bit for very narrowly focused tutorials for Amazon Seller Central, the software the seller have to use at some point. Um, but yeah, it's not the perfect thing because I'm not like, yeah, I also do a software. I need to focus on the software. Yeah, it's harder than you might think, and also the time you have to invest to do just a 4 minutes video, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, one final question on this. So people come to your video, they watch, they derive a lot of value out of it. So how do you convert them into a paying customer? What happens after that? Is there a clear journey or a clear path for that user who's just liked your video to convert them into a paying customer?
Well, you know the things about how many touches you need to have someone that didn't know you to get to buy your products. It used to be like 2 or 3, and now it's 7 or 10. I don't know. So I don't have any specific goals. Call I do call to actions. I try Intellifox, and I try to embed Intellifox, the tool, in what I talk about. So yeah, I always try to make them aware that this is the easiest solution for solving this specific issue. So, and I try to also show what's the product can do. Um, so yeah, I try to do it more organically, and I know that it's a journey, not yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I have to do this again and again and again. And at some point, people will try it. And you know, I'm quite amazed at the number of people that come to and try Intellifox. You know, it's not huge numbers, but I've got a steady flow of customers that are coming and trying, and it's for them. It's not for them. I don't. It's not always. You know, it's not an easy thing. And yeah, it's
Thanks for watching the B2B SaaS Podcast channel. I believe that the best way of building SaaS companies is by regularly talking to real founders who are out there building their companies. These founders have gained tons of insights during their journey, and I'm here to bring those to you. So if you want more such stuff, please make sure to subscribe to the channel here.